Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. There's a cow in the funnel. We don't get too many animals on this world. Around this part is sort of the main place now that I get animals. I get like the occasional cow and the occasional pig. I don't really know why I don't get animals. There's still a lot of grass about. They just don't seem to spawn. I don't know why. I get questions asked, how come you don't have animals everywhere? It just doesn't seem to happen. They don't even spawn on the mini city, and that's like only a tiny bit of ground. And like occasionally I get a chicken that like enters. Ooh, I hit my camera. Occasionally I get a chicken that enters the city, but apart from that, nothing. I don't know if I just get lucky or what. It's very strange. Anyway, we're going to jump straight into it today and just carry on building and see sort of where we come. And I've been thinking on how we're going to tie all of this together in terms of the roof. I burped. In terms of the roof. And I think I've got it. I want to come up to this height on the corners. And in the middles, I want to go up to a point. Like, yeah, on this block, I think. Like that. And I want to do that same on the middle one as well. Today the episode is going to be mostly sort of getting in the structure, maybe not necessarily the details, depending on how long it takes us to do it all. But I really want to get like a solid structure in, if possible, today. Replace air with brick, and it's pretty simple in some of these parts because there's no windows on these sort of lumpy parts, you know, on the embossed sections. There's going to be little to no windows on this wall right here, because what would be the point? What are they going to be looking at? It's very close to the building. I might be able to put a couple at the top or something like that. But I'm not going to be that worried about windows at this stage. Usually I sort of think about windows as I go. But because this building is so large and wide, it's impossible really to tell. I might as well just do a solid line. It's really impossible to tell where center points are to certain buildings, or certain areas, and obviously without a center point it's very hard to do windows. And I think it's best just to sort of do what you know, build what you know with the walls, and then fill up areas that you want like little edgings to and stuff like that. And then once you've got that, you can then go into filling up the remaining space with windows, because then hopefully it'll be a lot less room to be able to mess up with, basically. So we're going from there to there. I've sort of assumed that we're going all the way with brick around the back here. That might not be correct, but it's not really a problem for us to change it anyway. While I was chatting away, I got a little bit carried away. I think we'll be okay though. Down here, down here. I might as well just do all of that in one chunk. And that was a mistake. If I had gone over one more block there. And then we're on the 2 block high foundation part here. It looks really cool how the foundation lowers and hires, lowers and increases depending on the part of the building. I really like that. Once we get a door in, the door is going to be on the section that has 2 blocks of stone brick foundation, because I want stairs going up and into it. I think we've done the same thing on the old factory as well. It's just a very sort of traditional thing to have on these kind of UK style factories here. You know, is to have the walk-in up the stairs where the boss would be meeting you there. Morning, you know, it's that sort of image that I get from it. In the big sort of suit, as the you know, the head guy would be turning up in his brand new Jaguar or Bentley, and all the other workers turning up, and they all get along because it was before the days where bosses were terrible people. You know, it was sort of the good times of working, I suppose. There and there, and then we go back to this triangle. Now at the moment that looks like a huge giant mess of bricks. Bricks are like a great texture to work with, but they're also a horrible texture as well. If you put too many of them in a giant clump like this, it really does ruin the effect. I think I'm going to do, on these corners, I'm going to do the same thing as I done on that corner. And I think that is going to be wrapping these around the side here like this. And then filling all of that up. And then that way we get this sort of pillar look at the corner here, and it makes this wall make sense and this wall make sense. So I want to do the same thing on this side, yeah, and then it lines up nicely with these. You see, it's just, I think, something that we have to, that would just look better. And then take these away. That's why I don't put windows in, because a change like that would then mess up all of the windows, wouldn't it? It would throw everything off. Okay, I'm going to put, this is where we're getting further and further away now from the original design that we're using for inspiration from, because I'm changing up a lot of things from now, making changes that I think will improve the building, but you guys, you know, the original designer might not think as much. This is all down to opinion now. I'm going to have that on there, so we're going to have these, on the brick sections there's going to be peaks, and on the clay sections and along here, along the edge of here at least, it's going to be more flat sections. Now, does that clay line up? It does. Does this clay line up? It will. And does this clay line up? It does. Well, I'm thinking about maybe changing up the design of this back a little bit. I'm thinking about, I'll select the garage door, but we won't be keeping the garage door on the back, obviously. But I'm thinking of, where do I want to stand for this? If I stand here, copy, rotate 180 degrees, so it's facing the other way. We'll remove the garage doors, but just as sort of a test, I think that's in line with that clay. So if I go paste, and I'll probably want to set it back a block, undo, paste. Well, yeah, I suppose. From here to there. You know, that could work. Removing the garage door, obviously, you could keep it, but I don't think it would really help at all. And then we'll do the same with this one. So I think I'm in line here. Yeah, it looks like it. Am I? Yeah. Paste. And then take away the bricks in front. Now this one doesn't go right to the corner, does it? It goes to here? Yeah, here. I can always just check by looking over, can't I? Set air. And then the third one is in line with this pillar, isn't it? Yeah. So we go down here, make a hole, stand on something so it's on the right height, paste, and then I can now check this from the bottom. Up to here. Set air. Okay. Looking good. I really like how that matches up. We've got these pillars in the middle now that look somewhat, or they are evenly spaced, and I think they're going to match up nicely with the peaks that we're now going to line up with the front. So it should be 2 on either side. Good. And up to there. How these parts are going to finish at the moment, I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. That one. This one. That one. And that one. The top of this wall is going to be pretty much just a solid wall. This is going to run round. I might as well just drop it down a little bit because I know what we're going to be doing later on. Set brick. And then I think we're going to start with some sandstone now. Yeah, we can sort of tell really quickly now how this build is going to lay out like. For the roof, I think I'm going to go with not stone brick. I think I'm going to go with the netherrack texture that we have. It's sort of like a grey andesite or a darker grey andesite in the stair to go over those. And then in the flat sections, I might go with a dark, maybe a black. I don't know. Maybe a black, maybe a stone. Maybe we stick with the same nether brick as we do on the peaked sections. I don't know. It's going to be really tough to decide. Okay, I don't want any quartz really on the building, I don't think now. I think if we made it quartz, it's going to look all like the same building. But I do want the sandstone, though. Sandstone slabs. And we're going to put these in, I think, 1 block over the edge. Let's just do like a little section out the front here. Oops, I fell. Something like that. How we're going to top these parts off, I don't know. Iron bars, like, oops, I threw the iron block. Iron bars like this, maybe raising those up by 1. No, slabs on top of those slabs. These ones don't need the yellow anymore. I mean, that sort of caps that off quite well. You know, from down on the floor, that looks like a pretty good angle. I think I like that. Do I want to do the double slab thing that we've got on here, or on that building on this one, or do I just want to keep it with the single one? We'll keep it with the single one for the minute, and then we'll see how it goes from there. These peaks, stairs, we want to have, I can give it a sand. These going up here. That one upside down. And then slabs along the top. Slab. That one. Like this. And then on the edge parts here, where they sort of wrap around, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go around the edge like that. And the same over here. Just wrap it around that building. Upside down stairs on these. And kaboom. So we want 2 of those in. And from here, these roofs are really, really simple. These ones, all the lines go pretty much just straight along. So we have this one that comes down here. And hopefully should line up with the other side. If everything's all gone to plan. Yeah. So we should have something like this. Ooh. There is a little difference, isn't there? Because that bulges out and this side doesn't. I could make this side bulge out in the same way. Would that be better? Would that be a good idea? It probably would. Like, we would have to have it like that and like that, right? Yeah, I've got an itchy eye. Is it 1 or 2 blocks? Yeah, 1 block out. And then that comes forward by 1 block. It would make things work so much better. Yeah, I think we've got to do it. We shall grab that. And this one. No, I want to grab this as well. Because I think I like that. Cut. Go back a block and paste. So just sort of bulge that out by 1. And now we can put the stairs on this side. And it should all look pretty smart. Upside down one. These ones. And then that wraps back down there. Remember to put the upside down ones in, otherwise you always forget. Or I do at least. I don't know how I'm going to wrap this or finish this off either yet. Still. Maybe something like stair. Like not symmetrical, but like that. No, I don't like it not being symmetrical. I am a stickler for symmetry. Yeah, like that. I could even poke out the top here. Anvil. As like little chimneys. These are like the big main tunnel flumes. But they're like little ones that just stick out the back there. Yeah, that works fine. That works great. And then from there, it's super simple, isn't it? You're just lining up each stair. And then this one just has slabs down them. Like that. How are we doing? Okay, we're doing okay for time. I'm going to jump away for a moment. And I'm going to do everything that we've done so far in all of the other spots. Finish off those sort of roof sections. And I'll be back when we come to something new. Okay? Alright, hopefully it doesn't look too overwhelmingly different to some of you that want to be building this along at home. I haven't done anything new that you guys haven't seen. I've just repeated the same pattern in certain areas. So we've now got these two roofs the same, and I just put a normal peak on this one. Nothing special about that one at all, nothing special or difficult or anything. And then match the chimney up on the back of this one. So everything's all exactly the same. Put down the iron bars with the slabs on top of all of these middle ones. It's all just like doing things that we've already done. But now what we've got to do is think about how we're going to fill up the rest of these gaps now. You know, these little sections here, same on the other side, the tops of these. The tops of those aren't as problematic, but there are some things that we might sort of fall into, some traps that we might have to dig ourselves out of, and the same tops of these and things like that. I really don't know how we're going to do it, but that's all the fun of it. What we're going to do is where these big corners are, I'm going to wrap these around the big corners like this, and then I'm going to drop down by probably 1 or 2 blocks any other walls that we have. So these wrap around here like that. I don't know what's going to go on further. This might go on all the way down here. Let's see if it does line up at all. If it lines up nicely, we'll keep it. If it doesn't, we'll think of something else. Hopefully it does, though. It does. Look at that. And then that wraps around this corner. Get under there like that. This one goes to there. And then, yeah, I think this one wants to probably come down another block. And then we put these in here. So then we get some sort of little multi-levels up above. Okay, I like that. I think that looks cool. And then there's some things that are now self-explanatory. Obviously, if we're going to have a roof on here, we're going to have to fill up these sides. So we need to come down to about here, I think. Replace air with brick. That should be about the right height. And it's the same on these ones as well. There. There. This one. And so far, the roofs have all gone really smoothly. You usually end up with like little slabs sticking out of sections. But I think we've been a little bit lucky in that term so far and got away with it. Okay, now we might as well do these roofs in the middle here. What block do we want to use? Do I use the same one? I think that'll be so much grey that it would look bad. Of this style grey. I don't mind doing another grey, but it would look a little bit weird if it was all the same. We could use this one that I've got on me. That could work. Let's just see what that looks like. If I had that in here. We go from there to there. I think it's 44, isn't it? Yeah. Replace air with 44. It's very smooth. It's very clean. Yeah, no, I think that's hit the nail on the head right off the bat. Yep. And don't by any means think that we're nearly done with this building, because we're certainly not. There's still a few more windows that we need in around the walls, you know, around these large brick section parts. There's still all the front yard that we need to do. There's a lot still left to go. I think I'm going to be forced into making this brick drop down by 1 more block. Otherwise, these bricks are going to be flush with that, the edge of this stair, and that never looks good, does it? So we're going to have another brick layer, another stair layer along here, and the same on the other side. It's no biggie. I'll have these coming down here. I'm just trying to think about time. I don't want to go like too long this episode. We've done so much this episode. It's been crazy. It's been a real jump. We'll obviously be spending another episode here. I think only 1 more episode. I think we can get it done in another sort of half an hour session. And then we'll be able to move on to another building somewhere. Okay, this one Does it need to go along this side as well? Yeah, it does. We haven't done this sandstone on this side. That's what sort of threw me off. We haven't dropped down these bricks or anything, which is why it looks so different. Come on. Along. There's no quick way to do it. I can't world edit stairs in either because you can't... Not that I know. Maybe there's some metadata that you can add to the command. But stairs only ever face in the same direction. If you like welded them, if you say like set to stone brick stairs, they'll always only face like north or west or whatever. Maybe there's a way that I can like put in a command to say and face this way. But apart from that, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so I need to somehow have this wrap around nicely. Like that. No. This has to go like this, but then how... Because that sticks out further, obviously, on this part, but on this one it doesn't quite as much. You know, that doesn't look bad. I think once we wrap this around, like that, we make it into, like, the square pillar. Yeah, that works. This drops down by... Is it 1 or 2 blocks? AJ cannot remember. Oh, it's on this section anyway, but... Is it by 1 or 2 blocks? It's by 2 blocks. Then we want these around the edge. Yeah, that's good. That lines up perfectly on the front. This one... you know, this one could probably not drop down by the 2 blocks. I don't think it does over... here. No, it doesn't. It stays up at the same height. So we'll do the same over here with that as well. Put that brick black. Take those ones away. And then how do we do this? How do we cap this section off? Do I just put these slabs on the same level as the sandstone? Ugh, no. What do we do then? I'm going to have to add a block, half a block higher. Would anvils work? We're going to do a test. This might be a bad idea, but it might be a good idea. I'm thinking about anvils like this. Like that. Yeah. No, don't click on it. Give me a chance. Just give me a moment, guys. Like this, like that. I'm going to have to sort of decide what ones I want to be that way and what ones I want to be the other way. I think I like it like that. And then have these slabs down on this level. Now this does still leave the brick texture being visible underneath the anvil. You know, it doesn't look bad from the sides here, does it? It doesn't look bad from the side with the little black top on there. And it doesn't even look bad from the top. I just wish that there was... It doesn't look bad at all. But I just wish that there wasn't the brick texture visible underneath. The only way that we can get rid of that is by changing these blocks at the top here to be something else. What about changing them to stone brick? Replace brick with 98. If we had the stone brick at the top here as well. Just around these sections. And then we've got stone brick then underneath the anvils up here, so it sort of blends in that little bit better. You know, I'm going to go for that. We'll do that. And the same on here. And there. And here. And there. And all the way down here. I think it's only on these sections. Ah, yeah, and on the other side as well, isn't it, I think? Like that. Do I want this to go down here? Yeah, I think so. This is going to run down here. And then we have the anvils sitting on top again. I think I want them like that. It's a loud noise, I know. I know exactly how loud anvils are. And then we don't need them anywhere else. We just fill up the rest with our normal Clean block. I thought I missed one. All the way back here. And I think there was a little bit on the other side that we haven't done. Yep. This part I'll fill up in a moment. Around here. I don't need those two. They get replaced with these. They go there. And these go here. Good. At the top of this. Oh yeah, we put these down. This down for a start. And then I think we do the same anvil thing. So we're going to change these ones up to the stone bricks. Put the anvils down here. Like that. And then bricks cover the rest. So it's just a slice. A little slice of anvils there. And the same on this side. Oop. Stone brick. And then we're pretty much at the end of the episode. I think we've done so much today. It's been crazy. I need to get in here. Oh, no, there is going to be a little bit of funky stuff still to do, isn't there? Like that. These come along here. Yeah. Okay, it's not too bad. These ones. That one. And that one. And then the bricks finish it off. From there to there. Replace with brick. Take those away. They don't need to be there. I need to get out and replace that other stair before I forget. Yeah. See, then that just... If I just cover that up so it doesn't distract you guys. There we go. We've now got the brick sort of finished all that off. We've got that little lip in there. I think that looks really cool. Same thing to do on the other side. We'll just go in the top here. Add that one. And these ones. Add these ones down here. And then that one. Brick goes here. And here. And make that all solid. I'm in the brick. There we go. Take away this hole. And I think all the gaps now are filled up, right? Oh, apart from the slither on the side. Oh, an anvil should be here. Anvil. That one. That one, that one, that one, that one. That one. Take those two away. Perfect. And it's the same over here. We need to replace these with the stone bricks. A lot of anvils. If you turn your volume down now, guys. Headphone warning. Yes, I'll do it now. Headphone warning. We should stick those down. And have these along the side. I like the anvils though. It's very industrial. You know, very steely. It's gonna work wonders for us. And those like that. And then we need to change this middle up. Oops. To be that lighter colour. I think the lighter colour looks better than leaving it stone brick in the middle. But yeah, there we go. Okay, wonderful. We now have a solid structure. There's still quite a lot to do left with the building. Obviously, there's the windows to go in. There's the entrance to go in. There's the funnels to put up. There's some roof details to go on, you know, like little aircon units and stuff like that. Pipes. You know, things to dress it up a little bit. I really like all of these shapes, though. The anvils look superb. I'm really, really stoked about that. On the back side, we've got to remove the garages that we've got at the bottom. I could keep them there, but what would be the point? They all say number 1 at the moment as well, because I copied and pasted the same one. I'll have to change up the windows too, because I've got the same sort of coal patterns on them as well. But yeah, windows on the back. Some sort of surrounding, you know, wall or something at least on the front. Some sort of car park and no parking zones. So yeah, I think another episode, we should do it. As long as we work fast, next episode, we should be there. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.